So hi, my name is Sweta. Today we will talk about basics of keywords. Keywords are something that we all are familiar with, I guess. So what are keywords? I will be talking about three things: what, why and how of keywords. So basic thing which we will focus today will be just keywords. So we are going to start with what actually keywords are. I'm not going to dive too deep into things. I will just keep things on the basic level. So basically, keywords are those phrases that people search in a search engine, so that search engine can present the content right in front of them. And if we look from the user point of view, a user basically puts phrases such as how to make green tea or something like that. So by using those keywords, they are trying to reach to a specific content. So that is what keywords are. Basically, keywords are divided into two parts. One is the broad keywords and second are long tail. Broad ones are divided into two parts. In broad ones, you can say, for example, it's tea. It's a one phrase keyword, and if you will use two terms like fruit tea, it will be a two phrase keyword. They both come under the broad keyword section. But if we switch to the long tail keywords, they contain three or more than three phrases. For example, if we add passion fruit tea, it will come under long tail section. And if user want to be more specific, they are going to ask how to brew a tea. That is also going to come under long tail keyword. So we'll get back to these two after doing the why section. So switching to the why section, now the question is, why do we need keywords? Like, what's the need? So basically, we need keyword to communicate with Google. Google is not a talker, as we all know. So in order to get your content in front of the right user, you have to communicate with Google in a certain way. So these keywords help you with that. So for example, if you are putting the term fruit tea in your blog or a post or whatever, then Google is going to read that stuff, that yes, this content has fruit tea. So if a user is searching for fruit tea in general, they are going to look through all the content and they are going to identify the ones which have fruit tea in them, and they are going to put those in front of the user who are asking them. So in this way, you can communicate with Google. That's why we use keywords. Okay, next thing is ranking. Obviously, we need to rank. That's why our content can get reach and more people can come to your content. So for ranking, keywords also play a very important role. For example, if you have a content regarding tea or fruit tea and you are using phrases such as how to brew a fruit tea or fruit tea in home remedies, then Google is going to identify that yes, they have this kind of content. So in ranking, if a user is looking for how to brew a fruit tea, they are going to type that, and then Google is going to rank your post better because you have specified those things with long tail keywords, which gets us back to these keyword sections. Like you see, by using broad sections, broad keywords, you are not being very specific about your content. For example, just using tea and fruit tea, then there are so many fruit teas. In teas, there are so many teas, iced teas, and there are so many teas. But if you are using a long tail keyword, for example, passion fruit tea, or say Google berry tree, so tea. So by using long tail keywords, you can rank better because those specific person or those specific people who are looking for some particular things can come to your blog or post. Okay, recognition of a content. Obviously, this is how through the keywords, Google and people both recognize your content. For example, if someone is looking for something like green coffee, to be specific in a specific term, I can say home remedies with green coffee. Then he is going to land on your page with this tea section as well, or coffee, or for example, if you have put coffee as your target keyword, they are going to land on your page. But are they going to stay there? No, of course not. They are going to have a glance at your content, and if they find this green coffee term in that as in keyword, then they are going to put their time on your page or whatever. Because that's how they are going to recognize that yes, you have any content regarding home remedies with green coffee. Final is drive smart traffic. Obviously, you would want to drive some smart traffic to your content, because between the users, they are going to be your competitors, and there are also going to be some people who are just looking for like photographs or something like that. But among them, you would want to choose those people who are like smart users, who are looking for a specific content, and they are going to invest some time in reading that. Because how much time they are going to invest in your blog, it also matters in ranking, I guess. So you are going to drive smart traffic to your blog if you are using your keyword strategy smartly. All right. So after looking at why of the keywords, I guess it is time to switch to how. Now the question is, you know what keywords are and you know why you need them. You have to understand how to use them properly, right? Because if you do not know how to incorporate them in your content, then how are you going to communicate with Google? So for that, you need to do keyword research. All right, this is one of the very important thing in putting keywords in your content. All right. So for keyword research, I will say start with the basics. First you need to do brainstorm. For example, if I want to write about fruit cake, I'm going to brainstorm and just write down the basic things that a user can look. For example, they are going to look how to prepare fruit cake, ingredients regarding fruit cake, and basically if we are looking at country like India, then obviously they are going to Jain and Bodh people, and they are going to look in a fruit cake which is veg basically. So you are going to write those down, those 3 or 4 things that you have to put in your mind. Second thing, now you have to look at your competitors. Okay, what kind of keywords they are using and on what keyword they are ranking. For example, if you are looking at top 5 websites, and they all are ranking, they all are not, I mean 3 of them are ranking on a keyword that is how to make fruit cake with cherry. All right, so you have to incorporate it, because chances of ranking with them are much more better. All right, because they are already working better. So after that, you can also look into tools. I mean, there are so many tools available. Obviously, we all use tools for keyword research. There are paid tools and there are non-paid tools as well. In paid tools, I guess there is well-known names SEMrush and Spyfu. They make your task easier, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that they are only there to assist you. You cannot rely on them, because there are times when, all right, maybe some websites rank better with those keywords, but maybe it won't work for you. So you have to identify what is going to work for you. All right, and after using the tool, you are going to get, for example, best ranking keywords or whatsoever. You will get lists of around 8 to 9 keywords, I'm sure. All right, and after that, you have to define them. So how are you going to define your keywords? You are going to define your keyword based on your users. All right, what users are looking for. For example, maybe users are looking for fruit cake made with cherry. But what about if the time is of Christmas? They're going to need some fruit cakes which have plum in them, basically, because they use plum on that type of year. So you have to consider those things as well and refine keywords based on how they are ranking and how they are doing in the Google. All right. So after you get your keywords, now you need to incorporate them. All right. So the easiest way to incorporate them is to use them in title and URL. And after that, you can use those keywords in your content as well. But you have to make sure that you are not overdoing it. Because if you are going to overstuff it, I don't think it will look much better when you are going to read that content. For example, if there is a keyword like, for example, fruit cake for Christmas, and you are using them after 4 to 5 lines, every 4 to 5 lines, then it is going to look overstuffed, You cannot just flash keywords in face of people like that. So you have to use that very smartly. Apart from that, you can, jumble your keywords. It will also make them look much more genuine. than what, just using a same phrase over and over again. All right. And after that, you can also use long tail keywords in many ways. There are questions available there. For example, if you will search into Google, you will find that people are looking for how to bake a cake without microwave or something like that. So you can put those long tail keywords as well. All right. They will very much drive the specific traffic to your post. And that is what you want basically. All right. And there are also some don'ts that you don't have to do. Okay, you don't have to use useless keywords. So what do you mean by what do I mean by useless keywords? So useless keywords are those keywords that are not relevant to your post basically. For example, if we are talking about fruit cake, then do not use phrases such as cream cake, full cream cake. Like why would you do that? Okay, you don't have to do that. Just stick to this broad phrase, and then you can identify what else comes with it. Okay, for example, related keyword, you can use fruit cake with cherry, fruit cake with passion fruit or something like that. All right, stick to your broad phrase and then identify what you can add with them. Okay, next is most important thing, that is, don't write for the bot, write for the people. Look, at the end of the day, people are going to matter to you. The people who are going to read your stuff, and they are going to stay on your page, and they are going to buy stuff or whatsoever. You are marketing your stuff, right? So you have to make sure that you are writing your content with people. For example, writing for bot is really easy. You just have to stuff keywords properly. All right. After 4 to 5 lines, just to stuff a keyword. Stuff more than 20-25 keywords in a 500 word. Bot is obviously going to recognize your content, and it is going to show your content on the Google. But people are not going to like that, because obviously overstuffing, and if you are putting a keyword just like that, 2-3 keywords in a single line or something like that, then obviously if you will read it, it will not look that much good. So don't do that. Don't write for bot, write for people. And also make sure that your language should be easy. Even though you are using too many keywords, or you have to use keywords anyhow, because that's how you are going to tell Google that you have that content, you have to make sure that your language is easy. And also, do variations. Always do variations, because without variation your content is not going to look good. For example, if you have to write about home remedies from cinnamon, all right, then don't just use single phrase that home remedies from cinnamon. Use phrases like cinnamon for cough, cinnamon for cold, because they all are related to home remedies, you see. But still, they are going to make your content look much more better. And also, in searches, they are going to look better, I guess, because not everyone is going to look into your content just by asking that home remedies for cinnamon. Maybe there are people who are asking for cinnamon for headache, or that thing for cough and cold. So use keywords smartly. And with that said, I will just finish my thing. I guess now you all are clear about the basics, and if you have any questions, I will be happy to discuss it. Thank you.